Hey, Mrparka here. Bear with me, I'm a little tired, so here we go. I'm going to review Super Task Force 1 from Rudzinski. He did Everyone Must Die, which is kind of like a comedy slasher or slasher with comedy elements. And this one actually stars him and MC Pink, I believe, is in it as well, from Everybody Must Die. He also was in Everybody Must Die. And this is kind of not really a typical movie I would review, and it's not really a typical horror movie. It is, I guess, a genre piece for sure, considering the fact that it's definitely the sci-fi type deal here. Fantasy. I can't remember exactly what they call the movies with the giant monsters, Japanese type deal. But anyways, it is essentially kind of almost self-aware parody. Well, a parody is self-aware, but, you know, like if Power Rangers were self-aware of its ridiculousness, this is pretty much what happens here. This writer who's kind of down on his luck and just, you know, lives an average life and wants to be something special is chosen to become a Green Enforcer, which is basically a Green Power Ranger. And what happens is somebody on the run from the evil God guy up in space thwarts their plan and grabs the... There used to be a bunch of Rangers that used to protect the galaxy, and they all had changers. And with all the changers, this guy can rule the galaxy with a special weapon. He grabs the green one and gives it to someone, which is the best one, in hopes that this guy, this random stranger, can defeat the villains. He gives it to Steve Rambowski's character, who's kind of like Kid Muscle, who's really kind of a wuss, and always is constantly complaining and really, really scared, but actually is a brave person, and when he gets in the suit is a badass. Very similar to Kid Muscle from the show Ultimate Muscle, if you guys are very familiar with that. I doubt not many people are, but he kind of reminds me of that, and he's actually fairly comedic in it. His buddy is a big fan of the original team, and the entire world's been brainwashed by a signal, so to disband the Task Force 5 so this guy can grow super strong. Anyways, what happens is a series of Power Ranger funny kind of making fun ofs, and it's just kind of like the Guyver in Power Rangers, like I said. But it has a lot of comedy elements in there. They talk about how strong they are and how much their gun shoots and why does it shoot. And he asks, hey, I was wearing a green shirt when this happened. Did you do that on purpose? You change your shirt and stuff like that? Because you always remember how cheesy the Power Rangers were, that they all had to wear their color shirt and have their color cup for their color of uniform.
After you found Unit Green, you put on that shirt, right?
No, why would I do that?
Well, like, you're the Green Enforcer, so you wear a green shirt.
I don't follow.
So wait, you're telling me you just happen to be wearing that shirt today?
Yeah, it's just a shirt.
That's kind of weird.
Why is that weird?
Well, like, you're the Green Enforcer, and you're wearing a green shirt, you know? Matching colors.
Oh yeah, that is weird. I should probably change the shirt. You know, it's funny how such a little thing could change so much in one day.
Yeah, the world's a crazy place, man.
You know, I was actually trying to write a superhero story before I got this.
Oh yeah? No way.
Yeah. I had writer's block. I couldn't figure out how to get the guy his powers. You know, I wanted to do something that wasn't generic, that hadn't been done a bunch of times before. And today I get this just by chance, you know, just randomly.
So, yeah, I wanted to ask you, can I see that?
Which couldn't make it any more obvious who they actually were, but this is also this similar thing going on here. And they also make jokes about why they don't just turn giant immediately, and almost as if the villains have a code of conduct of how they must fight and prepare to fight. So there's some good jokes to be had at that, because everyone wonders, why the hell are the Power Rangers fighting like that? Why are they giant? Why don't they just come down and giant smash them? Things like that. And it plays into those facts fairly good, and will bring a few chuckles. I must say, this isn't definitely up my alley, because I never was a huge fan of Power Rangers. Even as like a 7 or 8 year old, my friends are like, let's play Power Rangers. It's like, but it ends the same way. It's the same formula every time. Don't you get it? I don't know why I was worried about that kind of crap at that age. I don't know. maybe it was the confusing plots of X-Men that made me want to watch something that unfolded a little bit differently. But anyways, if they're fans of Power Rangers, I think they will enjoy this. And if you're not really a fan of Power Rangers, this is an entertaining movie. It's low budget, and it has some CGI effects. Some I think are cool. The end is just like a straight up 90s cartoon. You know, like I can't think of all the Super Freak or something like that, if that's the one I'm thinking of. It's like a digital cartoon type deal. Well, CGI, really kind of like 90s style fight scene with robots. There's some fun fight scenes. This is kind of like I'd say like a PG movie, actually, really. There's no gore or anything like that. There's some cheesy mask, and essentially this is kind of just like I don't want to say goofier Power Rangers because it knows its goofiness. So I guess a self-aware Power Rangers episode that is at a feature length. Like I said, not a huge fan of Power Rangers, but I was entertained throughout this. I thought it was funny, and I thought that they played into the parodies. And I think that anyone that's seen that kind of show, like Guyver or Power Rangers, will get the comedy element to it, and maybe enjoy some of the cheesy fight scenes and whatnot. And the lead character is kind of like your lovable oaf, I guess you'd say. Not oaf, but lovable coward that's not really a coward. But if that sounds like it's up your alley, thank you very much for watching. There is special features on here as well, and it leaves it open for a sequel that should be very fun, similar to the Guyver units being separated everywhere. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Super Task Force, suit up! Man, did you see the size of that? Oh, yeah! Comes.
This should be fun.
Fun isn't the word I pick.
I always loved the fireworks I made from attacking your kind.
This is a bad day.
Just give it up. And every unit agrees, and perhaps I'll let you live.
Look, you may be the big bad of the week for all I care, but as far as I can tell, handing this over to you would be a bigger, badder idea.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd keep this up.
You waste just enough time with that.
Dirty fighter.
So I figured out how to pull this gun out of nothingness. Let's see what it can do.
No.
Emerald! Energy! Blast!